will damage the tips of the blade and the main body of the saw blade. Begin cutting when the power tool has reached a sufficient rotation speed. There is a high risk of damaging the tips of the blade or the main body when starting the power tool while the saw blade is in contact with the cutting material or when jarring the cutting feed. Feed slowly until the cutting material begins to cut. Then feed the cutting material at the speed which produces the least amount of sparks. In contrast to a cutoff wheel, there is a minimum of sparks and dust, and the saw blade does not leave burns or burrs on the cutting material. In addition, the external diameter of the saw blade does not grind down, which lengthens operating life and substantially raises operating efficiency. As a characteristic feature of the steel cutting saw blade, slowly feeding the cutting material from beginning to end quickens wear to the cutting edge. Feeding the material slowly but forcefully lengthens the life of the blade. Always cut in straight lines. Cutting with a steel cutting saw blade allows high-speed cutting not possible with a cut-off wheel. Cutting nonlinear patterns such as zigzag cutting, rotary shearing, or diagonal cutting are not possible. In addition, when aborting cutting, please disengage the saw blade from the cutting material while it is still spinning. A super hard alloy is used on the cutting edge of the steel cutting saw blade. Therefore, chips may occur while in use, but this poses no hindrance to cutting. The occurrence of moderate chipping serves as Adjust the method of securing the cutting material as appropriate. Minimizing the area of contact between the saw blade and the cutting material raises cutting efficiency, improves sharpness, and extends operating life. Finally, if the following kinds of problems occur when using the steel cutting saw blade, check the respective points. Short operating life. Applicable to the power tool. Make sure you are using the steel cutting saw blade with an applicable power tool. Cutting material. Make sure that you are not cutting high carbon steel, special alloys, or any material other than basic mild steel. Cutting material clamps. Make sure that the area of contact between the cutting material and the saw blade is a fixed location that is as small as possible. Cutting feed. Make sure that the cutting is occurring slowly throughout the cutting process.